Okay, so we're doing a balance sheet now. What's the first thing we need to do when we do a balance sheet? Yep, that's right, it's a title. So now we're preparing a consolidated at the 30th of June 2014, or 2015, should be. So balance sheet. For Angela's House of Hair Care. As at the 30th of June 2815. Now that's the important bit. I need to see that as at, so I'm just going to highlight that. Now what's the first thing we need to do when we're preparing a balance sheet? When we're doing our balance sheet, so we've done our heading, now we're doing our current assets. And my first current asset that I always put in is my cash at bank. So there's my cash at bank. It's 12,000. $12,250. The next one I need is inventory. So if I look down my list, I've got my inventory, which is here. So and my inventory comes in at 23,750. Is there any other current assets? Let's just have a quick scan down. That's cash at bank. Yep, no. So I've got all my current assets. I'm going to give a total here. So my total is 12 plus 3 is 35, 36,000. So I've got 36,000. Next is my non-current assets. And my non-current assets, let's have a look. What's my first non-current asset? It says computer equipment. I've only got two non-current assets, computer equipment and shop fittings. So I'll do my computer equipment first. Computers, which is my cost, is 15,000. And my accumulated depreciation for computer equipment is 4,875. Accumulated depreciation 4,875. So that gives me a total of, what is that? That's 10,125. 10,125, and then let's just tick off that one. So I've got that one in. I've got this one, which is computer equipment in, so yep, ticked it already. So shop fittings. Shop fittings, which was, hang on, where do I have my thumb on it? 25,000. And my accumulated depreciation. Which was 8,950. So what have I got there? I've got 9,000, 16,050. So that gives me total non-current assets of 26,175. And total assets of 26 plus that's 30, 62,175. So what's the next thing I need to do? Next thing I need to do would be, that's right, current liabilities. So my current liabilities, let's have a look. We've got our first one is accrued electricity. My accrued electricity is 750. My prepaid revenue is 1,250. My accounts payable Accounts payable 1,500. Current asset. Is that it? Have I got all my current liabilities? How many should I have? 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's all I've got. Okay, so I'm going to give my total for my current liabilities, which will be 750, 2,000, 3,500. Now my non-current liabilities. So non-current liabilities come in as, how many have I got? Got my loan. I've only got the one, so I've only got loan, which is 23,000. So total liabilities. Total liabilities is, what is it, 62, no, 23, 26,500. And then my next total is that I need to calculate net assets. Now my net assets is just simply my assets minus my liabilities. So 1 minus 2. And what do I get? I get, what have I got? 62, 175 minus 2062, so it's 36, 35, 675. 35, 675, which makes my net assets. Now the last part of my balance sheet is equity. Now my equity is my capital. Now my capital's down here, but we don't actually know how much my capital is, so I need to calculate that. Plus my profit. Now my profit we worked out in my income statement. So my profit is this number here, 30,175. So I need to include that, 30,175, less my drawings. So less my drawings comes to 15,000. So that's a less, so that gives me 15,175. So what I'm looking for is the difference between these two numbers and this number here. So 35,000 is what my total has to come to here. So if I've got this minus this gives me 15,175. I'm looking for 20,500. So 20,500 must be my capital number. And if I add this up, 50, 5675 less 15 gives me 35,675. And now I've completed my balance sheet. Can I get that all on screen? There you go, there's my balance sheet. Now the last question is comment on the funding of the business. Now the funding is, where did the money come from to buy the assets? So when we look at this, when we look at that question, so that's another way of asking that same question. Where did the money come from? The money comes from two places. It either comes from liabilities or it comes from equity. So my liabilities is 26,500, my equity is 35,675. So if I was to do my calculations, liabilities, so this is C, equals 26,500 divided by 62,175 times 100% gives me an indication that it's 43 equals 43%. And if I do equity, I'm running out of page here, equity equals, let me just slide that up a little bit, makes it more comfortable. So I'm doing my 35,675, so 35,675 divided by my assets total again of 62,175. Now if my liabilities is worth 43%, my equity must be the difference, which is 57%. So comment on the funding. It appears the business prefers, that's a P, equity funding. I'll just bracket here 57%. You need to tell me the percents over funding through liabilities. Which is 43%. And that's my answer to C.